Morning. I am currently on my way to go to a breakfast spot that's called Florentine. It's in the 7th district. I've been there before a couple of times. I'm not sure if I ever vlogged it before. It was one of the first breakfast places I think I ever went to, even before moving more into the city center. But yeah, I'm going there to meet my mom and aunt to grab some breakfast. And technically it's spring break, so there's not too much that I have to do at the moment other than just relaxing. But as you can see, I'm like wearing rather warm clothes because even though it's spring break, it is still, or again, quite cold in Vienna. We have like 10-11 degrees max today, so it's not that much and it kind of sucks. But it's Easter in a couple of days and the weather is supposed to get warmer and sunnier again. So hopefully we're going to be able to spend the Easter weekend with our family outside this time, because the last couple of years the weather always was just really gloomy and cold as well. But yeah, and this is the outfit of the day. And now let's go to the cafe. I am about to go out again. I'm meeting Annika for coffee and then we're gonna go to a Pilates class. Lawrence is actually gonna come to the Pilates class as well. That's why I have this mat here. You have to bring your own mat or pay €2 for like using one of theirs. I always think it's quite annoying to have to pay extra for a mat, which is also nice at Frei because you never have to pay extra for any props there. But yeah, let's get going. I'm excited. I'm gonna try out a new cafe. Taste test.
Interesting.
Good interesting or bad interesting?
Not sure yet. Let's see.
I love it.
You love it?
Very coconutty. Yeah, I love it. Yoga mats in the studio, so I just went back up and they already closed the door because another class started, so I wasn't able to get in and now I don't have a mat. Yay! Well, that means I'm just gonna have to come back here in the next couple of days, which is not that bad, but it's still annoying. But other than that, it was a nice class. It was a little bit too fast-paced, in my opinion, but the studio itself is just gorgeous. We did a glow class, so all the windows were closed with curtains, and they had like glow lights that were constantly changing color, but not in an annoying way. But at the end, they opened the curtains again, and I really like the industrial style windows, and I like that you have somewhat of a view over the city. So that's super cool. It's a very aesthetically pleasing studio, I would say. Yeah, but let's see, Annika and Lawrence are waiting for me outside to get the door open.
I want slow love, uncomplicated touch, stable as we go, consistent as we grow. I want slow love, no need to rush. I'll say it in my dreams, strange as it may seem. I reminisce the codependence, the games that we played, lost our minds. So maybe you could stay, 'cause you got me thinking.
Good morning. It's sunny. I feel like this is one of my standard sentences, but honestly, the weather makes or breaks my mood. I mean, I can still be like in a good mood when it's gloomy outside or rainy, but when it's sunny, I feel like I just can't be in a bad mood. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but we had such a nice morning. I made some protein pancakes, so it's basically just, as you saw, egg, banana, and protein powder, and then I topped it with yogurt, berries, and coconut. Isla's here as well, of course. She's like my shadow, you know. And yeah, two things. The craziest thing happened yesterday when I was at Maisonaya with Annika. There was a girl sitting next to us, like when we were just sitting down at the table. She was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. Do you make YouTube vlogs? I think I recognize you." And I was like, this can't be happening, because like this is so surreal. Like I don't even have. I know I'm not like a big YouTuber. I'm far away from that, but like I genuinely really like making YouTube vlogs for myself and also for you guys. And it was like a little bit of a pinch me moment that someone actually recognizes me in Vienna, and she was like that she sometimes watches my vlog, and she was very sweet. So if you're watching this, shout out to you. Thank you so much for just talking to me and telling me. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like the channel is growing, I don't know. But yeah, and then the other thing, I started journaling again a couple of days ago. And I don't know, I always feel like spring is a time where everything changes, and it's always harder for me to focus on myself and like keep calmness in my thoughts. And Lawrence got me 2 different kinds of journals a year ago, and I was back then journaling for like 2 weeks or something, and then I stopped because it felt too forced. And then a couple of days ago I was like, why don't I start again? Because it just, now it doesn't feel like I have to, but I want to. And I think it's also okay if one day like you don't feel like it and you don't journal, but yeah, I'm gonna do that now and enjoy the sun here shining on my face. Other than that, I don't really have any plans for today, honestly. I mean, the weather is so nice. I'm thinking about going out and getting some coffee later. Maybe I'm gonna meet one of my friends, or maybe it's just gonna be a solo date today. I made it back home. Also, I love this outfit. You've seen me wear this probably a couple of times before, but it's so comfy. And I put on this belt that I got in Fez in Morocco as well. And yeah, now that it feels like spring is here, I feel like I'm getting a bit more creative again with outfits, just because during winter I'm always wearing just a hoodie or like some type of wool thing and then pants. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much what I'm wearing today. But anyways, I made it back home. There was a very nice cafe. I took a stroll in the sun on my way back home. And now I'm gonna put on my at-home pants and get to cooking. I'm gonna be making a quiche. I prepped the dough before I left. And now I'm gonna do the rest.
E o sol que batia